I don't even know if it's I was just going along with that word.
Yeah, but basically, they eat the algae, which can convert sunlight into energy, and what they actually do is essentially steal the genes off these algae that they eat, incorporate it into its own body, and so
they steal the genes.
Well,
holy
they incorporate. Yeah, they actually. It's not just
no, so they actually eat the stuff that the algae because they can get the energy from sun,
and then they incorporate it into their own genes. Shit. And they can apparently live just off light, so they don't need to eat. They just get light. They can live for 9 to I think 10 months. Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy.
That's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, 9 to 10 months. Hopefully I said all that right.
Yeah.
I did.
Check it out. It's
prove me wrong.
Sure as well, but
link below. It's pretty cool.
That's a little ridiculous. Like that's kind of epic. Like that has to.
Well, the idea of this is, eventually if we can actually learn how that's done and why it happens, imagine incorporating that into us.
Oh, just direct salt.
We eat some algae or even just something.
Just get energy off
a tablet. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't even have to be us. It can be just
awesome.
Any of our say we're talking about biological the next big revolution is meant to be the biotech revolution and stuff.
Yeah,
and the big problems like the power and all of that. But if you can put in a more solar based power thing, that'd be kind of fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a little weird. Like I don't know. I like the idea of a solar-powered Seaslug. Someone had an idea for that. Someone had said solar-powered Seaslug. It could have been Kurzweil or Kevin Kelly. I forget. One of them said it. I think it was Kevin Kelly. It was.
You think? Why would they say that?
I don't know. I like the idea of a solar-powered Seaslug. I think that's kind of cool.
I just like the idea of understanding how that happens and then incorporating into applications.
You can put it
like just general. Any organic matter being able to convert sunlight to energy and living off it.
Yeah.
So humans, although apparently I've heard a stat somewhere, I forget what it was, but apparently there's not, even if we covered humans in synthetic stuff, we wouldn't be able to power ourselves. Eating's still the best way to get energy into our systems.
I think it's just the best by biotech applications. Like that's always been just the worst thing about like how do you power the damn things, like getting all the ATP and all of that, or even if you use ATP when you're actually doing it that way, is just annoying. I'm guessing you still would, but just to create it. But yeah, that's pretty epic. What was that on?
Top headline: sex-free worms survive by drying up, blowing away.
Hells yeah! I like that.
If only we could check it out. We're actually this dude here just killed our internet in our house. So,
because I set it up and I cleaned it all and I made it all nice, and now we're down. The wonders of the Australian internet.
We had a new housemate move in and he decided to clean up, I'm guessing, to be nice. So I'm tethering off my iPhone. Not on my iPhone! Oh! Slip! Freudian slip!
Join the revolution.
No, I was using his iPhone before to look up something as well, because he was tethering off this.
The very fact you even called it an iPhone, you should have said using his phone. But no.
It's an Android.
The Apple thing is so powerful, you said iPhone, and now you're calling that an Android. It's not, it's a phone.
Okay, mine isn't as tactile as yours. But Android will still freaking win, so...
Oh, I don't doubt it, but I just think that's kind of cute, and it's on camera.
Fuck Apple.
Yeah.
I will have my supporters, damn it.
Yes.
I will have my supporters.
Yes.
And we'll share interesting thoughts and stuff.
Do you want to actually go to the next one? Because I've got like the weird story at the end.
Oh, okay. You haven't got another one?
No, I've got another one here, but I'll talk about that after you do the next one, because you've got three like proper ones, and I've got one interesting one at the end.
Yeah.
Or the weird, silly one.
Well, I don't think the net's working too well at the moment, but I'll just explain it. I found this really cool YouTube video called Jam Session 2.0.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know who it's done by, but it's called like Dumbfoundead Jam Session 2.0, and it looks like your typical sort of one of those music videos where people get a whole bunch of different musicians to record themselves and then they edit it together post-production. But I think what they did with this one is actually, I'm sure there was video editing involved, and I'm not sure whether it was real time, but I have a feeling that it might have been real time. So the idea that a whole bunch of musicians can get together. This song is really awesome too. You're gonna watch it. Like, here's a link, and I'm sure I'm playing it at some point now. But it's got all your different musicians. It's got a guitarist, drums, DJ, like 3 different singers, all your typical stuff. But they're all doing it in unison, live, online, and then editing it together to make it fit nicely.
Well, it's just a live jam session.
Yeah.
Like, that's just epic. It's just like, there must be a website or something for that where you just go on and you say, oh yeah, we've got I'm a guitar, I want to... There isn't yet. Well,
I haven't found one. Well, that's the idea I was telling you before.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's what I'm just thinking. There must.
Yeah.
Like, that's great. Like, you've got a guitar, like, you're living alone, like, you know, just doing your thing and whatever. You're like, oh, I just want to jam with some guys. You say, oh yeah, I'm a guitarist. I want to jam with a bassist, a guitarist, and a vocals.
Yeah. You
jump onto the site and people are like, oh yeah, I want to jam too.
Well, that's the idea. That's why I think this is where it's sort of going. It's stop it. This is where it's sort of going. Is people sort of can get together anywhere in the world and essentially create a virtual band on any particular song, and you can immediately collaborate.
That's nice. That's
live streaming. Yeah.
What was that site that they had, like the mosaic of people where you could automatically like join together?
You would.
Like you could join together and like I forget, it was like based around Twitter or something, wasn't it?
No. I spent like half an hour maybe trying to search
just
for this
before
site.
This show. Like we actually postponed the beginning of the show because he was searching for it.
I mean, it's not amazing now, but it was cool. It was like
it's fantastic back in when we saw it.
Yeah,
no, it's not even back in the day. It was like less than 6 months ago we found it.
Oh no, it's about a year or two ago now.
No, it was not.
Maybe a year and a half. Yeah. But the idea was we'll find it soon. Eventually, hopefully, maybe you guys can tell us.
We'll put the link. We must find the link.
If we can find it, it'll be in the lower third. If we can't, fuck it. It was basically the idea that you could go on this site, you could click a link, you could say start up a live sort of broadcasting thing. You could then have multiple people, like I think.
It's just everyone talking. Like it's just a mosaic of people streaming their webcam.
That's it was like 6 people with webcams sort of thing, streaming, and underneath anyone could chat and anyone could watch.
And it was just great fun. Like we went on there and jumped on, and it was really easy. Like we just did Facebook Connect, jumped on, and we were there.
Well, that's the other cool thing that we wanted to talk about a bit was how live streaming is kind of becoming quite big right now. I mean, that's right. That was where this was leading towards. Yeah, I mean, three sites off the top of my head that are getting really big and have been for a while quite now, especially with the mobile platform. Like all of them have got apps. Is QIK.com, UStream.tv. I think I've also got the .com and BlogTV.com.
I don't know BlogTV.
They're just they're actually a little bit. They're kind of emerging. No, they're kind of the same. I don't know. Fair enough. It's basically the idea that you can go on, you can at any time stream a broadcast of you doing whatever, and you get a whole community of people who can follow you, and they can talk to you back and forth, and you can talk to them, and yeah.
Well, the idea of live streaming is going to have to that eventually, like if you remove time from the equation, and I like doing this, but it has to. Well, actually, it leads into the next story, which I rather like, literally a story. Why did I do that?
I don't know where it's going after this. Like, it's pretty cool at the moment.
We're going to have to end up recording everything that we do.
Yeah,
But that's very far. It's in between the progression towards
this book that I got into our local sort of university library, which I haven't got out yet. I think it's called something like E-Memory, and it was written by these 2 guys who worked at Microsoft, and they have been for the last 20 years, just working on this research project of basically the idea of recording your life, everything. And they wrote a book about it and were saying, where it's going, what they've done, and how that will impact people's lives.
You know what's a little weird? Like, along that same line, looking through my history recently, I'm on the internet, like, say, I don't know, 2/3 of the day. I'm just on the computer, like, non-stop.
But 12 hours, I think.
Yeah, and actually going through the history, I'm actually seeing what my thoughts were at different points, like what I'm analysing. And then I'm doing this in Chrome, and I'm realising that's public information to Google. Like, shit, me. They know what I am. Yeah, don't they send it back?
I'm not. I don't know. Maybe.
I thought they did do something. Like it's the ultimate data.
I remember when you would first install it, you can say, "Do you want to share statistics?"
Yeah, I think I did. Here we go.
They say usage statistics.
Usage statistics. So I'm guessing that's probably the URL. Sorry. I don't know.
That would be very beneficial for them to make better, cooler stuff.
Just even looking at it myself, like, I mean, like, say we're doing live streaming of our lives, but aren't we already kind of doing that right now? Because the majority of our time, as the Onion article said, we're staring at glowing rectangles.
It's a pretty glowing rectangle.
It is a pretty glowing rectangle, but still, I don't know.
Anything interesting.
It's interesting.